Pretty good word, party folk. It's your Mile High Priest. I'm up here on the weekend prior to the full moon in Virgo. Yes. This message is for the Gemini collective, Gemini Sun Moon Rising. Regardless of whether you have a distinguished Gemini placement, this may still resonate with you, and I strongly recommend the collective readings, especially the latest one that I did for the new moon in Aquarius and the first quarter moon in Taurus. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, we are reaching the full moon in Virgo, which opposes the sun in Pisces. I'm recording this on the final hours of the Aquarius transit. We are about to embark on the Pisces season. Happy birthday to all the late Aquarians and Cuspers. And yes, anyway, Gemini, there are so many personal planets, the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, and Pluto as well, the big guy. They're all stacked in Aquarius. Venus just met with Pluto a few hours ago, as well as Mars met with Pluto like a few days ago. Yeah, lots of wild stuff. The Sun, I believe that Mercury will catch up to the Sun and they'll meet in Pisces. So Gemini, you're feeling like a Pisces, right? Gemini. What's good? I think with that, we should just kick into it, right? Gemini magicians, Gemini high priest, Gemini high priestesses, Gemini kings and queens. This is your highest royal, most intelligent, highly psychic, highly attuned court. I am your mercurial, very airy, floating away jester with your mercurial messages for your divine inspiration, your spiritual exaltation, and your human evolution through all the spaces and times that you wish to enjoy. Magician, Gemini, the Magician, Justice, Hangman, the Hermit, the World, yes, the Wheel of Fortune. They're all in the mix, right? I do have the Moonology Oracle. I have a few tarot decks sitting in front of me. I have the Wild Unknown Archetypes that I did a pre-meditation with for you, Gemini. And then I have the Animal Spirit by the Wild Unknown series by Kim Kranz. I do have two for you, very fitting. The main one being the Kiss, card number 60. This kiss, right? Gemini. Okay. For some of you, yes. New friendships, plural, right? Friendships and like dating or an enrichment of a lot of aspects in your current relationship, your current friendships, and your current partnership, your current romantic partnership or partnerships. All experiencing in many aspects, a like enrichment and enlivening, a resurgence, so to speak. You've come into a period of time where you're besides all that, like, you know, the other, like the love involving others in relationships and friendships and things like that, there's a lot of self-love, a lot of internal self-reflective love for thyself, love for yourself. And that's what the river tells me, that you recently, you together with the Kiss, you're coming to find more enjoyment in this new approach to your relationships. I think before, it may have been that you were perhaps searching for like a somebody or a someone, or perhaps wanting to attain a level of security and more so for enjoyment. So it didn't even have to be about security, or doesn't even have to be about feeling protected in those kind of old attributes to the typical like heteronormative typical old school society of like a protector, provider. It was more like you were looking for a partner to journey with, right? Well, now you've through the last year, 9 months, because this full moon harkens back to August, late August, early September of 2022, and the beginning of the summer or the end of spring in 2023. These are the longer lunations that are part of the family, attributed to this Virgo moon, which will be at around 6 degrees in Pisces and Virgo. Sorry, I was looking at my notes right here. I have the dates written out. So yeah, it's like you've met a teacher, right? And your teacher is the top supervising teacher is your internal self, right, Gemini? Like, you've committed to spiritual development. This goes well with the full moon, or the first quarter moon in Taurus. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis. Okay, so there's a need to Isis. Angels and spirits with the highest light. Cool. We have the raccoon, an earth animal spirit, and then we have another earth animal spirit, the snake. So yeah, enjoying. You are feeling like a Pisces. It's like your birthday too, right? Like your birthday's coming up too. And I don't mean the one in the summer. It's like you're claiming your own fun. You're claiming your own experience over here. So there's a tendency to be too over, like, too haughty or too, like you don't want to deal with the groups or whatever, like a little bit too standoffish or too conceited in a way. Like, those would just be like the suggestion to stay away from that type of, I guess, attitude or mental sort of disposition. It is more meant for you to actually enjoy groups. As you do, be your normal, like, Gemini self, but more attempting to figure out this new creative way of you. You are coming from, like, it is that turning point from you've spent a lot of time analyzing and processing, which means you have come out of that, the darkness or whatever you needed to heal from. You've done the healing. Now it's time to put that on pause, or, tie it up in a bow. Congratulate yourself. Congratulations to you, Gemini. And now it's like you used to hide behind those masks appropriately, rightfully. Those were your masks. Those were your identities. And now, where do your new masks take you? How do you move in your new masks? How do you manifest in your new masks? Also, there are those, like, teachers to look up to. So that's another reason why you should, it's suggested from spirit, or the message is to not go too cold, not too quick to cut people off that are trying to teach you. These folks may come off as that type too, like too good for it, but you know, if they're approaching you, like they're giving you the time, right? You might as well take a little bit of that and maybe determine if it means anything to you. It is more like a spiritual culmination for you. Learning from others and realizing that others are your teachers, your guides, they are your self-projected image. It's very, you're very much the magician, Gemini, like, I'm not gonna lie. You get me in this, like, really spiritually heightened, a lot of nervousness, which I know is just typical Gemini, right? So stay in sort of this balancing act. You have to balance those two aspects, right? The Gemini modality is very on at the moment of tending to that split. Wow. Oh my God. New moon in Pisces and new moon in Virgo. Tending to the split, right? Like one foot on the earth, the other one, who knows? So anyway, what's the full moon? What is the full moon asking you to release and forgive and forget, right? Or maybe not forget. You don't forget, Gemini. Wow. Okay. Yes. Release that time. You're finished. You need the wrap up, right? Like, it's time to try on new masks. It's time to take new approaches. It's time to lead with your spiritual sense, your newfound spiritual liveliness. Start embarking on this lifestyle, right? You're not going to be a nun or a pastor or a priest or a rabbi. Like, you're not going to be a shaman in the mountains unless you really want to, right? You are going places. You're a messenger of love. You're Cupid and you're being blessed by Cupid. You're juggling between passions and order. It's new, right? Emotions are running high. Release. Release the need to always run from yourself, okay? What is the full moon highlighting? Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Wow. Okay, so what can you release? Emotions are running high. There's no real need for you to overreact or react. There's only a path for you to act in your highest good. Again, like I was saying, it's time to integrate these practices into your lifestyle. Start like exhibiting in your lifestyle your new spiritual knowledge, right? Your spiritual wisdom. Also, you realize like one of those seeds, one of those secrets of spirituality, right? Thank you so much, Goddess Isis. That everything around you, if it's not a projection, it's a teacher, right? Like it's a projection of a lesson that either we've learned, we've yet to learn, that we're learning. You're in that liminal space, Gemini. What can bring you back to Earth? Bring you back to bring this love down. It's like that agape love, right? And the new moon in Pisces card wants to come out. This is you. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, you're realizing these things. You've realized this in the last 6 weeks. So new year has actually brought you into this high spiritual like sense. So it could be that you need to, more changes to come in this spring and then in the fall, right? When the new, the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse occurs. When they both occur, you have two Pisces cards here. Like I was saying, you feel like a Pisces. How do you... Okay. So Gemini, whenever, I think you already know this, whenever I use absolutes, it's just a suggestion from spirit, okay? It's always a suggestion from spirit. It's never me trying to tell you what to do, how to run your life, your business. You've got this, okay? You know, you're smart, you're intelligent. You don't need me to tell you this. But it's a disclaimer. Okay, there's a need for you to recognize that a lot of these emotions that tend to stress you out or rile you up or just put you in this kind of like that fight, the flight, it's that flight response. You must acknowledge that it could be that period at the end of the sentence where you should acknowledge now that you've done a lot of the hard work to get out of these old emotional spaces. You're on to a new, you've already left that space. You've already processed and you realize and now understand that you're working with new, okay, a whole new pathway. So there's hardly a need for you to stress, for you to flight, okay? The period at the end of the sentence could be adding more meditation practices like quick journaling, quick breath work, or actual quick like sit down and meditate 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at the end of the day, 5-10 minutes in the morning. I don't know. So many meditation practices. One pops up every day. There's a new yoga teacher every someplace there's a yoga teacher being certified to teach right now, okay? Find one in your neighborhood, find one online. If your neighborhood is far away from a yoga studio, then find one online, okay? A lot of it has to do with there's communication, right? Like you're connected to God. So besides you actually getting time to like breathe and time to relax and time to relieve yourself from stress, there's also this like these messages from God that are trying to come to you. These love messages. Thank you so much. God is sensitive. Angels and spirit guides of the highest light. You're here, okay? All like elemental aspects of you, relationships, you're looking at, thinking about differently, how you treat others, how others treat you, what you've learned, money, maybe that's a little bit on the back burner, but you're alchemizing and you're getting ready for the summer. I believe after the spring, you'll either be moving again or getting a new job again or both again. I hope you understand how much like fun I actually have reading for you guys. Okay, here's your mini cross. What's poppin', okay? So there's like about 9 months to, usually I see like 3 months out after the last quarter moon. in about like a year. We're looking ahead into this 9-month, a year period, okay? And there's this like drawback energy of the last year, 9 months, 2 years of having picked up, left, processed, gotten through that healing process, okay? Queen of Swords, as I was saying, you're here in so many ways. Yeah, you're being very there's so many like words trying to come out of me right now. Y'all have me so tongue-tied. Okay, so Libra, Queen of Swords. Yeah, relationships, right? Relationship with money, relationship with yourself, with your self-love, how you treat yourself, how you view yourself, and how that translates as far as like how you view yourself in relationships and how others reflect to you who they are and how they treat you, right? They better come correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a tendency to me of like just a suggestion from spirit to like soften a little bit, like 1 or 2 notches, right? Because this energy is fast. That's the challenge. It's like actually directing, not balancing. I think you've played the balance act enough. And so it's like kind of navigating through these emotions, right? We have the Chariot. This last, gosh, that full moon in Cancer was intense, right? It could have triggered a lot of this view of the world and how it affects you and your emotions, and how you want to really and I hope this doesn't sound bad. I'm just using it as an example. Like, instead of donating, right? Like, instead of donating money, like, you decided that you wanted to change something about yourself. That's how you're helping the community. And that's effing, like, intelligent and smart and, like, beautiful. It's emotional. This is what I mean, Gemini. Like, it's a whole new you. It's a graduation, right? It's a graduation ceremony. Page of Wands, because you have been inspired. You have been like touched by the hand of God. You've experienced God, or at least you've finally acknowledged that you are a son, child, daughter, divine son, child, daughter of God, okay? Look, this Page of Wands is so cute. Thank you so much. Goddess Isis. Yeah, I mean, the last year has been about walking away, leaving that crap behind. It has been emotionally, like, upsetting. But, like, you've come out inspired, right? Like, you've left these lands. That's the Eight of Cups. So, yeah, we're looking back at the last year and a half or so, like, of this. It's been a long journey. But you're looking mighty fine here, even though your challenge is like moving through the journey. Like, you've made it through this wild jungle escapade, and now you're on to like this regal royal from the ground up into the air. And so there's that need, right? Like how the full moon in Pisces card tells us to balance those realms that you're kind of floating by. It could be very difficult, right? Because of the new moon, the Neptune, the new moon in Pisces coming up, and then Neptune in Pisces, as well as Saturn in Pisces, which Saturn is kind of ruling over a lot of charts right now. Okay. This is more like your concern again, where your feelings leave you out, right? Like, don't leave others, don't cast others out, don't leave yourself out. But I think you're being very determined now about what to actually remove from your life. Like, you've gotten rest, you've gotten a lot of rest in this alchemy kind of state you're in of processing the pain, the ugly, getting through the ugly. And now claim your justice, right? You're headed there, by the way. Has a lot to do with the mind. Reevaluating how you concern yourself with relationships, how much you give of yourself, right? The tasks that you take on for others. Or perhaps your travels have left you having to prioritize your budget, right? Just put it that way. These two cards wanted to come out. The Star. The King of Swords, Aquarius, right? Yeah, a lot of Aquarius energy. Obviously, we're in this final kind of last day. But you will have that. You will be able to make a lot of decisions worth your time that will clear your mind. You are garnering a lot of clarity right now. I think it is worthy to say, don't be too quick to count yourself out. Don't be too quick to count teachers out, okay? Don't be too quick to count those that actually can help you make decisions. You have the Two of Swords, the Moon in Libra. Okay, a lot of air riling up the emotions, a lot of air, a lot of mental activity making you feel left out, and then triggered by emotions to react and act fast. Okay, so just be well aware of that there's not a need to cast anyone out, protect yourself, but allow God to do the rest, right? Like, allow God to actually help you in this little due time. It seems like it'll happen very quickly over the next 8 weeks. And then for you, this reading is likely picking up the Taurus season where Mercury will retrograde. Okay, so that's likely when you will have to make a decision, or when you will lead yourself to make a decision about your job and how to move on. And then you'll be able to clearly make more cuts if it's not a whole job or relationship thing, right? Ten of Swords, yeah, you're starting to see, coming from the darkest point to now, to now seeing the light. Like, there's no more darkness, right? Or you've hit that lowest point. You're coming out of that. You're coming into this new, seeing the light, right? Ace of Swords, seeing the light. Illumination, check out. I know y'all have seen the Chris Ann cards, but these are freaking awesome. And then the Two of Wands. Can we just say it's your job, or it's your new... It's going to come to you. Yeah, there is a spiritual aspect of it where, like, perhaps it'd be a good time to invest in revisiting spirit guides. There could be a new guide that is coming, and sometimes guides exit as new ones come in. Okay, you have the Five of Pentacles as your worry. I knew it when that appeared. It's just a concern of yours. It's a concern of everyone. I know, like, you're healing your values, how you value yourself. Okay, are we back? You're healing your values. Okay, so that means you're determining new values coming out of the healing process. You're leaving old spaces. That's very much on your mind, how to escape, how to leave spaces where you're not valued, where you're not appreciated, and where you're not paid, either compensated for your services, or there is no balance, right? Like, where's the Six of Pentacles? Like, I know you've made it out. I know you're getting rest. I know you're not in lack. So Five of Pentacles is really more a concern. It's worrisome for you, perhaps because you take care of family unit, or you help others, or you're that type of giver. So it really is about you culminating, right? Like, actually coming into this new sense of self. We have the Magician, that tells me you now take into account all the new parts so in reality, you're very concerned about, budgeting money, having bank, things like that, savings. Yes, work. You're passionate, you're intelligent, you're taking care of all the elements in reality in the 3D world. Now, can you come to take accordance with the elements in the 5D and the 10D, okay? As you spiritually develop, how do you tend to a higher mind, a higher will, a higher order, okay? The elements, how do you connect then the ethereal, this 5-dimensional, this spiritual world with this lower 3-dimensional aspect of you, okay? There's a concern or a worry that this may lead you down the wrong path, okay? That's why meditate and contemplate. Wow. You see, meditate and contemplate. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. Can we get clarity on the Five of Pentacles, please? So I've been using the Zodiac Tarot, and then I've been using Chris Ann's Light Seer Tarot, and then this is the Lunar Edition Ethereal Visions Tarot. So it looks like you're counting yourself out. Look, you're leaving. You've left. You're no longer staying there. Death. You know that no part of you survives whoever you're dealing with. It could be a relationship, old relationships, okay? The past, leaving the past. I have the Hermit, the Six of Cups, Death, and the Eight of Cups again. You have the Five of Pentacles twice, the Eight of Cups twice. And you have the Hermit, Virgo. Okay, so like, yeah, actually bridging that gap between the ethereal and the real world. Removing yourself from spaces that devalue you. Leaving old relationships, love relationships. Learning, actually processing learning. Seeing that you hold a lot of value. Seeing that you hold a lot of promise in love. And that you don't need to be the one that Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Good for you, okay? Look, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. And the Four of Wands, y'all. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. and the sun in Aries. Okay, so in the spring, okay, you're coming into like a sacred union. Your feminine and masculine aspects, you've healed a lot of qualities. You're leaving people out in the cold is what you're telling me. Yeah, Moon in Aquarius. You've realized a lot this 4-week period. This new moon has like really allowed you to see what it is you need to leave behind. So again, don't be too quick to cut out those that actually serve you right. Can we get clarity on the Two of Swords? So yeah, if you guys wanted a confirmation about this love relationship, this love relationship, they're still there. We're got a divine union, okay, but this requires that fine balance inside of you of feminine and masculine aspects, okay, internally, spiritually, ethereal, and reality in the real world, okay, redefining your style or your lifestyle, okay. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, yeah, working with this new spiritual enlightenment, spiritual knowledge, spiritual development, processing that to work in the real world, okay? Don't worry that you have to go off and become this like nun or shaman or mountain yogi or something. 9 of Pentacles, you're looking great. That's why you have to make decisions that are based on actual emotional work that you've already done and not fall into the old kind of shadow emotional aspects, right? Like, don't be in and out with yourself. Actually stay. Actually allow the new lifestyle to stay. Allow the new romantic feeling to stay, okay? You've already embarked. 2 of Swords on top of 2 of Swords, okay? I guess the decision to love yourself will lead to actual love in reality, lead you to find a partner that works well with you, works alongside you, that you work well together and you work alongside each other and you work in love and you work to evolve through that spiritual enlightened love. Oh yeah. You don't say. Oh my gosh, Gemini. I guess I better do a Gemini love reading. So cool. Props to you, okay? Keep it real. Keep it lovely. I know you're like scattery, you're very jittery, you're very nervous. Maybe you just made a huge purchase. It's gonna get taken care of, okay? Because you're working, you're a worker, you work, okay? And the Queen of Swords also is here. She doesn't let herself down, right? 8 of Pentacles too, and the 3 of Pentacles, okay? And then you have the Ace of Swords once again. This guy keeps coming out. 7 of Swords, 6 of Swords, the timing, 4 of Swords, yeah. And then the Empress. There's no need for you to worry, okay? 10 of Pentacles. Gratitude practice, I'll tell you that. That's what you can include in your meditative contemplation. Okay, Gemini, I would read those cards, but I have laid those out well for you. I honor you, I honor your path, and I hope that you enjoy this message. I'll be back with more. I send you all the love and all the light, and you guys are so fun. Keep it real.